Well, I think you have to have a good team, an internal and an external team. And I just was presenting to some investors this last week, and one of the slides I put up had like 8 or 10 different partners, and they weren't employees of mine, but I consider them collaborations or collaborators and partners. They're kind of the external part of the team. So
Yeah.
I think that to scale, you really you need to be able to rely on folks. You need to be able to delegate out to them. In terms like on the servicing of our portfolio, we're not going to get into kind of what you can and can't do to servicing your loans along with the servicer, because that kind of gets into states and what you can and can't do. But I do have somebody on my team that manages that, and so I'll see something going on in the portfolio. It could just be like a borrower, like, oh, hey, they're 15 days late this month. Let's get a reminder out to them that their payment's due, and last they were late 10 days. And so I noticed a trend of they're getting later and later, and just let's kind of get our arms around what's going on there. And maybe there's something happening. But I don't do that myself. I kind of make some observations, but as you scale your portfolio, I really, even at, we're at 60 plus loans today, and we don't just buy low balance. So the portfolio is in dollar volume is really growing, but I still know almost every loan pretty well. And at some point you don't, right? I mean, some that buy 10, 20 million a month. And those are some of the clients that I've worked with, but they don't know a last name of somebody, but they've got a pretty good team around them. So that's a long way of saying that, the way that you build a business is to have a team, but it's also about continually marketing. And by marketing, I mean, getting out there to say, we're looking for these assets, this particular type of product, and just staying in front of people. So that's really key. Because at the end of the day, you just have two levers as far as I'm concerned. And I tell this to my team all the time. I say, there's capital and there's product.
Yep.
Yeah, there's capital and there's product. I mean, there's certainly everything else in between. Like yes, you have to service the loans. You've got to have title expertise and due diligence and this and that. But what drives this business is having capital and having product. And neither are easy. At times, one will be easier than the other, but it's also very difficult to make sure that you're in sync, that you don't have too much capital and too little product. And you never want to have, you want to have too much product and too little capital. And one, either you're missing the opportunity, or you find yourself in a situation I described earlier, which is you don't want to go after that product and not have the capital.